Hello, fellow mech warriors, Mage Leader here. Everybody, welcome back to the Transformers RPG. We've been trying to do this weekly. We have failed mostly, but we're back again for the second week in a row, so we're doing something right. I am joined today by the usual crew. We have today D.
Hi everybody, hope you're doing well.
We have Lucian Kim Basinger. We have him.
I would correct you, but it's more fun to hear you choke on it. Yeah, I'm here.
We have Oswald.
Howdy, folks.
And of course, last but not least, unless I feel like it, Zero.
Fuck you.
And all was right with the world. We are back where we left off.
Get the X Decepticon in there.
So, as you'll recall, in our last session, we went and sprung Lady J out of Cobra captivity. You guys also managed to rescue the component parts of whichever combiner that Bruticus. That's it. You also
I got my ass kicked for the second time in a row.
yeah. You guys also managed to capture Zartan,
Oh yeah.
For however long that lasts.
and you also
And-
almost killed Flint.
I was actually just about to say almost ripped his leg off, yeah.
Yeah, almost killed Flint. So it was a very productive day for the Autobots, to be sure.
Lady J would have kicked more than just my ass on that one.
She would have absolutely demolished you if
Yeah.
you wound up killing Flint.
My inner 12-year-old is laughing at that.
Genuinely, like DM moment here. If that had actually killed Flint, she would have developed a permanent hatred for Cybertronians.
Ooh.
It would have caused like problems in future conflicts. So that just know that is something that is a possibility as this RPG goes along. Things will have consequences further down the road.
Sounds about right.
So when we left off, you guys had made your report to Optimus, and he was pulling Fox 1 aside. They were discussing, about to go discuss something about Avionis Prime. That's where we're going to pick up.
Alright.
So Optimus leads Fox 1 away from the group, kind of off to the side, says, "You know the name Avionis Prime. Tell me, what does it mean to you?"
Well, that's the strange thing is I feel like I should know the name. But it's not ringing any bells.
There are
Well,
a
I feel
few
like I
who
know it.
remember. Though, based on what I know of you, you shouldn't know either. How much do you know?
Well, all I know that might be relevant to this particular subject is that I'm very, very old. I still remember Cybertron's golden age. It's a little fuzzy, but I remember when the original Primes walked among us.
Well, I will tell you of Avionis Prime. Avionis was the original Seeker from which all other Seekers sprang. He was Primus's prototype for the form. In the old days before the war, he departed Cybertron, one of the only Cybertronians capable of doing so on his own, to explore new planets, to find out if we were truly alone in the universe. No one heard anything from him since. He is one of the forgotten primes, as his time on Cybertron was brief.
So his fate is one of the enduring mysteries of Cybertron, huh?
Perhaps. Most assume that he fell into a star, or was pulled into a black hole, or perhaps he is still out there exploring even now. Regardless, he would know nothing of the Great War. He would likely not recognize Cybertron if he returned to it. If you are as old as you say, perhaps you are one of the first copies of Avionis.
That is possible.
How did you come to know this about yourself? It sounds like it's not something you always knew.
I get flashes every once in a while. The incident where I was captured and eventually rebuilt by Ratchet. I was struck by lightning as I flew through a cloud. Everything's been out of calibration ever since. I'm not sure if I'm imagining this or if it really happened.
This sounds like a topic you should bring up with Ratchet.
All I know is it's too vivid to be purely a hallucination.
Wow, okay, so that kind of blew up the tension there. We've got a $25 super chat from Lord Pterodax. Thank you very much.
Wow, cool.
It says, for the Armada intro, it deserves more love. Also, hope you guys have a fun game. Thank you. Stick around. We're having a great time. So, Optimus he puts a hand on your shoulder and says, if you experience more of these flashes, let me know about them. Perhaps we can solve the mystery of your origin together.
I will, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
So he lets you return to the group. Yes, Gunslinger, you could do that the whole time.
Probably have a fresh coat of paint after all those poundings. I'm gonna...
Phrasing.
Damn it! Phrasing.
We're just not doing phrasing anymore. That's just not a thing now. We're all done with phrasing.
For now.
All right. You guys are able to go back, and Ratchet's been working on patching you back up. It takes him overnight to get you back to full capacity. But when he's done, he's worked his magic. You feel like as if you just rolled off the assembly line. You feel like you're in tip-top condition, and he starts working on the Combaticons.
You know what? I'd hate to see the repair bill.
Sir, yeah, so would I.
Yeah. And then Ratchet kind of pokes out from around the corner and says, yes, so would I.
Yeah.
So, you guys meet back up in the morning, and Optimus and Duke, the other Autobots, and high-ranking Joes all kind of gather around. Flint is still on crutches. It's going to take him a long time to be combat ready again, but he is likely going to make a full recovery in time.
Knowing him, he's probably going to want something to do. He's not going to be comfortable unless he's,
well, based on the look on his face and the type of gait that he currently has going, you suspect that he may have added a broken pelvis to his list of injuries.
God damn it, Lady J.
Oh well, he could take out his anger on Zartan.
Yes. So they gather round, and Optimus, he says, I don't like how long the convoy's been stationary, but we also can't move forward with that outpost nearby. It will have to be destroyed before we move on. That is what we plan to do today. And
All right.
Duke steps up, and he says, I've still got a good number of Joes around, and I've still got contact with headquarters. I talked to them last night after interviewing Zartan, and concluded that we can risk an aerial strike on this facility. However, those SAM launchers need to be brought down first.
Your dog sort of gets this confused look on his face. You tell me after Bruticus went nuts inside there, the SAM launchers are still working?
Well,
they weren't on site. They're off site.
Bruticus went on a rampage underground. The SAM sites are on top of the hill.
I mean, you'd think they would get power from somewhere, but all right. I guess we'll.
These are mobile units. They have their own generators.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll add them to the blow up list.
The good news is they're not very good at targeting things on the ground.
Yes.
from my
And
experience.
Bruticus also did a number on their ground and air forces. So resistance going in for an all-out assault should be relatively minimal. However, we don't want to take any chances. We're going to do a two-pronged attack. That's the plan so far. So myself and Jazz and Optimus are all going to attack from one direction. You guys are going to attack from the other.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Keep in mind, you do still have access to your designators for the mortar. You can call in strikes as needed. Once those SAM launchers are down, I will radio to the Sky Strikers. They will come in and level the place. Don't stick around when they launch the missiles.
What about the lower levels, Optimus? Should there maybe information and stuff like that down there?
The most important information we've already recovered. Or, more specifically, you've already recovered.
Yeah, I went a little crazy in terminal.
Yeah, you guys did recover a lot of the information that was pertinent to what they were doing with the Combaticons down there. Wheeljack is currently analyzing all that information.
And I suspect that whatever we didn't get, Cobra is probably busy destroying, because if I was them, I'd probably be looking at abandoning that facility soon.
I mean, yeah, do we expect people to still be there after we got hit and blown up and smashed up like that?
They'll leave a rear guard, most likely.
It's a very extensive facility underground.
Duke kind of shrugs and says, "Well, if we showed up and nobody was there, that would be the best possible outcome. But knowing Cobra, they typically have to be pushed out of an area before they just walk away of their own accord."
Yeah, right. I mean, a lot of cons are the same way, so why should I even be surprised?
So they kind of start forming up their unit of Joes off to one side. They're getting their jeeps ready. The combat jeeps that they have. Jazz and Optimus go along with them. The Combaticons stay behind with Ratchet getting repaired. As they get repaired, they will form security to keep the convoy safe while you guys are gone.
Okay.
Up to that.
Are we okay leaving the Combaticons as a rear guard here? I mean, I know they're on our side for now, but the key word in that sentence is "for now."
And Flint kind of looks over and says, "Don't worry, I'll keep them in line."
Just your dog just gives him this numb stare, like, "Are you kidding?"
His reactions.
Foxwood pats you on the shoulder. He says, "Don't worry, they're easily entertained."
You see, that's actually my problem, because I know what it takes to entertain him.
Exactly. That's his problem, not ours.
Well, Optimus he nods, like, "You make an excellent point. However, the Combaticons, while not the most trustworthy, I mean, Decepticon is in the name, they do owe us a debt."
I mean, don't know how far I trust a con to stay true to a debt like that, but Optimus, you're the one in charge. If you're saying it's okay, then I'll go with that.
No, there are ex Decepticons in our ranks, right?
No
Yeah.
offense. Foxwood, no offense taken. The only one to worry about is Swindle. He's like, "I would advise the quartermasters to keep a very close eye on our supplies. Things may fall off a few trucks."
Yeah. Wheeljack has got that relatively well under wraps.
Alright, and by the way, the key word in that sentence is ex-Decepticons. The Combaticons ain't no ex, nothing.
Yeah.
Well, they're ex-captives.
Okay, we want to mince words on this. We're gonna go blow something up.
Reminder: Swindle once sold the CPU of one of his own teammates.
Based.
Yeah.
So anyway,
We don't talk about that episode.
Fair enough.
so
There's a
you
lot of lore we
guys,
shouldn't talk about.
all right. So you guys can you can either get some new gear before you head out, or you can just form up and get ready to launch the attack.
I think I'm going to look around for something. Let me take a quick look.
From the look at my sheet, I still have 1 damage on me. Did Ratchet take care of that, or
Yeah, you
am I
guys are all
still
you guys all got repaired.
hurt? Okay.
Can I see if I can requisition some more grenades?
Sure, you can. If you used expendables, you can refill those.
Okay. Because I usually
Okay.
carry concussion grenades. I was just wondering if I could carry more than what I have.
Yeah. Well, I think carrying capacity is somewhat determined by your stats.
And I'm going to attempt to requisition the deadly upgrade for my sword.
All right, that's something you have to roll for, I believe.
Yep, that is a difficulty 15 requisition check.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, I believe it is just a d20 that I'm rolling here. Uh, 15 exactly.
Okay. So yeah, Wheeljack digs around. It takes him a few minutes of digging through the inventory, but he manages to find what you're looking for buried in one of the back drawers and hands it to you.
It's basically a whetstone. He's just sharpening the sword a bit.
Yeah, he does the work and then hands you back your weapon and says, "All right, don't break it all in one place."
I don't know where to look for the, what my carrying capacity is.
Oh, I'd have to look it up. Hang on.
But I just wanted to carry a couple of high explosive grenades as a reserve.
Meanwhile, Fox 1 tests the sword on a tree and cleaves it clean in two.
Let's see
Okay.
here.
Yes, this will do.
Equipment.
To be fair, it wasn't a very big tree. You know, like typical pine tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loadout
And then poor
limits.
Dogmatics comes out and starts crying because someone cut down a tree.
It's more that he wanted to make sure that it was a clean cut than anything else.
Okay, so there isn't a weight limit to what you can carry. So your loadout is limited by number of items. So you can carry up to 6 hands worth. So
Okay.
yeah, so you're like, if you have a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon, that counts for that number of hands.
I
Right.
believe integrated weapons don't count towards this, but you can only have a certain number of those total.
Yeah.
I only have 4 anyway, so I can carry a couple of grenades.
Okay.
Can I get a repeater shotgun?
That would
Let me look at the table
that-
here.
Well, that depends. What kind of upgrade are you looking for? For repeater, I guess that would be the.
It'd be an ammo
I'm
belt.
thinking that would be the.
Something like that, yeah.
That or you would be well, actually, what you'd want is an ammo feeder because the ammo belt only works once.
I believe yesterday we said that the ammo feeder was restricted.
It is, and if you want to add that to a standard issue weapon, that's just a restricted upgrade, so that would be difficulty 15 for procurement.
So what I would say,
Or swap it out.
well, if it's restricted, then you can only get only certain characters can get it.
Okay, not a problem.
But if you
Restricted
want,
just refers to the difficulty of requisitioning it. That's it.
Yeah. So but the
Excuse
thing
me,
is,
guys.
you can get an ammo belt, which will allow you to reload as a free action instead of a move action for your shotgun. Uh, with that, you can only do it once per combat, essentially, but you can do it multiple times in a session, I would say. So, like,
Or
anytime you get into a combat, you can do that once during that fight.
there is one other option you can look at. It's another restricted one, which is the Swift upgrade. Because your shotgun can actually hit 2 targets. You add Swift to it, you can hit 3 targets with it.
Neat.
Yeah,
With
though.
one attack.
Does your character have access to restricted upgrades?
It doesn't apply. Her qualifications are for standard issue weapons. It doesn't say anything about upgrades. Upgrades are their own thing.
Well, they still have, it's still governed by availability. So some things have restricted availability, which means that you need to have
For a triple changer, that would be more difficult. You might want to look at something else, like you can get a silencer. That may come in handy sometime. That's standard issue.
But we'll do this off camera, so to speak.
Yeah. So I'm actually no. You can still roll for a restricted weapon. It's difficulty 15. So if you want to get a restricted upgrade, you'd have to roll for it. It'd be your requisition check.
Same thing with the high axe grenades.
Let me take a look.
High X
through...
grenades are standard issue.
I think those are standard. Let me. I've got the
standard issue. Standard issue. You can just have them.
Okay, so is it one explosive damage?
High explosive is 2, but they have half the blast radius.
Okay, so I got a 16 on the requisition roll.
Okay.
Yep, that's enough.
Yep, that is enough.
So,
Okay, so what were you getting there? Was that the Swift upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, your shotgun can now hit up to 3 targets in one attack.
Cool.
For 1 damage each.
All right, make sure you write that down because I'm not going to be able to keep track of all of that.
Yeah,
Now,
no problem. I'm doing that now.
Now note that with the shotgun specifically, that only applies if you use the. Oh wait, no, it always does that. Never mind. So by default, it can always hit up to 3 targets with that upgrade.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Good for
yeah,
crowd control.
Oswald, you've got your grenades. Does anyone else want to try and upgrade or grab anything?
Well, Fox went at support already.
I'm just farting around wasting time because I do not understand the upgrade system, and I'll just see how it goes. Also, I very nearly blow my own teammates' faces off with my current gun. Do you really want me to have a bigger one?
Fair enough.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys have your upgrades and your weapons and everything. You're all satisfied with your loadouts?
For now, yes.
Okay. So the Joes and Jazz and Optimus have moved out. They're headed. So the base is to the north of you guys. They've gone northeast to swing around and attack from the east. So you guys will be heading northwest. Unless you decide to defy orders and just walk straight there or walk in the exact path behind. It's up to you guys what you want to do, but that's the intended plan.
I'm going to stick to the plan. I think we've had enough randomness for one mission.
All right.
Yeah. Stick to the plan. I do kind of give Barracuda just a little side eye here. Just what's she think of leaving the Combaticons behind to guard the camp here?
Well, we do owe us one, at least.
We live in interesting times.
Alright.
What if I go up to oh god, Onslaught and ask him if he can just keep his guys in check?
Specifically,
Please.
Swindle. Swindle's the only one you really got to worry about.
So yeah, you talk to him, and he just kind of shrugs and says, "Ah, don't worry. We have a lot of experience keeping Swindle in line. As for the rest of us, well, Megatron's orders are to cooperate with you. I intend to follow those orders."
Thank you. She extends her hand.
He takes the hand kind of like in a handshake, but then kind of like turns it off to the side. And it's the kind of gesture where he would kiss your hand, but he doesn't actually go for it. He just kind of holds it for a second and then lets go.
No, that's what I meant. As a handshake type thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your dog's watching from just
he
far
shakes
enough
your
away to be
hand in a
polite.
slightly flirtatious manner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your dog's watching this from just far enough away to be polite and is going, ooh.
Well, that happened.
So he winks at you and says, "Good luck out there. Don't get killed or anything."
Well, I'll try not to.
I'm gonna go get killed now.
Good riddance.
Hey. Hey, Bolt, I mean, look at the bright side. I mean, Raptor put you together enough times, I'm sure he'll be able to piece you back together again this time, too.
I feel like a puzzle.
You are a
He's
puzzle,
done many
Oswald.
times.
All right. So you guys heading out?
That's right.
All right. You guys, what kind of formation are you guys going in?
Oh, boy.
Well, I guess I'm actually going to be out up front this time.
Line abreast, defilade, 50-meter spread.
All right. Anyone going in alt mode?
Yeah, I'm going in alt
I'm not taxiing there.
I was about to say, I am, for now, probably going to walk because I don't want to get shot at by the SAMs until I'm ready for them.
Okay.
If I need to do Wild Weasel, we can worry about that when we're already there.
All right. Is Barracuda going to turn into a submarine or anything? Or
Because this is on land.
anything's a submarine if you use it wrong enough.
At least once.
All
Just
right.
look at the Moskva.
Okay. So we got 2 people in alt mode. Is Scrounger stored or deployed?
He's stored because he's slower than my alt mode, so
Okay.
he'll be in the bed for now.
All right. So yeah, you guys are going. So I'm gonna say it sounds like Zero's leading a little bit, and the rest of you guys are kind of shoulder to shoulder behind. A little bit of a spread.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are
Defilade.
walking through the woods. It's a little bit tougher going than before. You aren't following the same track as before because you were kind of going directly there before, whereas now you're trying to swing out to the flank. So it's not been trodden through yet. It's the forest here is a little bit thicker, and it takes you a good probably about an hour before you feel like you're in a good position to start swinging and heading east toward the installation.
Mm-hmm.
You guys turn east. You can definitely see the hilltop. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of activity there. As you go along, Zero, I'm going to need you to give me an alertness check.
Okay. And, considering the circumstances, we are looking at a battlefield here.
It's not a battlefield yet. It's not battlefield conditions. It's going to...
Okay.
You're on the
well,
march. It's a little different.
That is a 22.
Okay.
Dirty.
So your foot starts to fall and you stop short because you notice a familiar glint across your path as the sunlight catches a tripwire.
I hold up my hands. I don't say anything, but it's an obvious sign to stop.
All right, screech, grind to a halt here.
I look around, so I look over my shoulder and I just kind of mouth to them quietly, tripwires.
I nod. Okay.
All right.
All right, last time we had tripwires, was it the Joes that took care of it?
Yes.
Do we have Joes with us, or are we just...
Nope. The Joes have gone. The Joes have gone with Optimus and Jazz.
I I'm gonna go and carefully make my way over to where Fox 1 is and take a what's attached to the tripwire.
Okay. So you
First of all,
follow.
is this a physical tripwire or is this?
It's physical. It's like an actual. It's an actual wire.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. So basically, there's a string of like a little string of piano wire strung up. It's on one end, it is tied to a tree, and on the other end, it's not attached to anything that looks explosive. It just kind of looks like a regular metal pipe coming up out of the ground.
Can I make a technical assessment on it?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a roll.
Right here. Ooh, that was a good roll. What else? Going. Tech. That's a D8. Okay. 26.
All right. So yeah, you're able to fairly simply determine that this tripwire, the thing that it's attached to, is electronic in nature, as opposed to mechanical. So basically, it's keeping a circuit from completing. So if you were to pull out the tripwire, two connective pieces would touch together, and it would complete a circuit. But as for that, there's not a whole lot else you can glean from just this little piece of metal up over the ground. But it would clearly be electrically connecting to something that you can't see.
Looks like we have a doorbell here, Fox 1. Just go over it. There's no explosive.
Okay.
I mean, we do know Cobra's working on ways to mess with T-Cogs. For all you know, that's some kind of EMP thing.
So I'm going to actually do another alertness check to make sure I don't see any more of these.
Okay. So yeah, you can do. I'm gonna have it be some kind of nature check.
Okay, so that would be a survival check.
Yeah, we'll do survival.
I guess that's just a straight D20 for him. Okay. 19. Huh, not bad.
You can see beyond this one. In fact, you actually look behind you, and you see that there's another one kind of off to the side. It wasn't in your direct path, so none of you guys were really in danger of hitting it. But there is one there. There's another one a little ways beyond the one you just avoided stepping on.
So they're not going according to any particular path.
No, they seem to be kind of placed around at random, and you can see 3 of them at present.
Okay.
Okay, so watch your step, everyone.
Okay.
So,
Continue.
All right. So I'm going to have everybody give me alertness checks to see if you're able to spot all of the tripwires as you make your way forward. Everyone just needs to make one check.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh, god damn it. I got a 6.
Okay.
I'm just rolling my alertness here.
I derped out.
Well, let's see how I do.
17?
Okay.
I got a 16 somehow.
All right.
I got a 10.
Okay. So you guys are
You and me, bro. You and me.
you guys are all walking along. You're doing pretty well.
Till Shadow Bolt explodes.
Fox 1 is able to point out most of the tripwires as you go along. You guys get through, and you don't see any more. You start to walk forward, and then Shadowbolt hears a disappointing click and looks down.
Scrap it.
There's one that you guys missed, and he has stepped directly on it.
Sorry,
You don't
guys.
hear it. You don't see anything immediately, but a bolt of energy does fly in out of the woods. Give me a second here.
And we all look at Shadowbolt. We all kind of step away from Shadowbolt.
All right. Fortunately, it rolled like shit, so a blast of energy zips past Shadowbolt.
Does it look like one of those one of those energy bolts that were making people transform funny?
It does.
Okay.
How do they get so many of these things so fast?
And
Ask Dr. Mindbender.
And while you guys discuss that, 3 large cylinders pop up out of the ground in front of you. Each of these, a second tube kind of pops up the top and then flips over to sit horizontal, and it looks like a recoilless rifle tube. These 3 things all take a shot. I'm gonna pick a random person.
And by random, I mean Shadow Ball.
So
Wow.
one of them is going to shoot at. I've got a D4 with different players assigned to each number.
Okay.
So we'll roll this 3 times. So there's going to be 2 shots at Barracuda and 1 at Fox 1.
Alrighty.
Barracuda.
So for Fox 1, that's an 18.
Yep, that's a hit.
That's 1 point of damage. Second one at Fox 1.
I thought it was 2 at Barracuda.
Oh, that's right. It's 2 at
Yeah, it
Barracuda.
was
First,
two at me.
first one at Barracuda is a 21.
Yep.
Oof.
And the final shot at Barracuda is going to be a 16.
Yep.
Okay. 1 point of damage for each hit.
I'm unloading my shotgun at these fire launchers.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh goody. Let's see here.
This was a fresh coat of paint, for crying out loud.
Got a 16. If they're close enough together, I'm using the shotgun's multi-target ability to try and hit as many of them as I can here.
You
I guess.
you absolutely obliterate 2 of these things, and the third one just sits there. They
Yeah.
appear to have been single-shot
It's
turrets.
fired off its 1 shot.
Yeah.
But still, might as well destroy it so they can't reload it.
So yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to make an attack roll. These things aren't avoiding. They're not firing back. You're able to go up with your sword and just kind of slice the one that remains. But you have now successfully survived a field of tripwires.
Scrap.
All right.
Alright.
Now we gotta find the SAM launchers. Again.
Do we want to maybe put ourselves back together a little bit here? Fox 1, how you doing?
Took a glancing hit, but I think I'm fine for now.
Alright. Barracuda, but that was more than a glancing hit I saw of you take, Barracuda. How about yourself?
Ouch. That really hurt like hell.
Yeah, I was
how
just
many-
wondering.
How many points? Was that? Was it 1?
Oh, it's
1
2.
feet.
Oh.
So Barracuda got attacked twice, and got 1 point of damage for each hit, and they both hit.
Okay. How many you got left, D?
2.
I'm gonna hand you one. I have 2 limited repair kits.
I should have a couple of repair kits as well.
Okay.
So if I
And-
if we use one of mine and one of yours,
And I'm actually trained in repair, so if you give me one of these things, I'm gonna be able to
Oh.
help you out here.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I believe he can roll to heal more than the standard point of damage.
Okay.
I forget exactly
so
how it works.
I'll give him one of my heal kits. So you may as well use one of these.
That probably helps a little bit. Alright, let's see how we do here. Let's see. So it's a specialization, so I actually roll D20, then a D4, then a D2, and take whatever looks best here.
Mhm.
Let's see here. And I forget. Do I get what does the repair kit give? Do I get to roll 2 D20s on this, or what?
So
Edge, sure. I think it's Edge.
yeah,
Alright. I keep forgetting what the terminology is for it here. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna... Well, that D20 is a 5, so let's re-roll that. Come on. Yeesh. That's a 7. Alright, well, the highest roll I got out of that was 10, so I guess that heals 1 damage, I think?
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Alright, lot of botches there.
Well,
remind me.
she got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, remind me to tell Ratchet you need a little bit more of first aid training.
Well, you know, I'm doing the best I can working in the jungle with a box of scrap parts, but alright, well, I'm
Tony
sure I
Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yeah.
Door handle falls off her.
Oh, no, probably
It'll
wing
buff
mirrors
out.
fall off.
you
They go,
you like
"What
kick the
hell?"
tire and the front bumper falls off.
Yeah,
It'll
me
buff
fix
out.
that up here. Yeah, sure to buff right out, just tape this back on.
Don't
There
worry,
we go.
Captain. We'll buff out those scratches.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it'll be fine. Just stay out of the way of more rocket launchers, you know?
Okay, yeah, I'll stay behind Shadow. How's that?
I mean, that is where most of the rocket launchers will be aimed, I'm sure, but, you know, give it a shot.
Don't I know it?
All right. You guys ready to move on?
That's
I
right.
guess, yeah.
Okay. So you guys
I'll
can.
pick up what's left
Oh,
of me
wait.
on the floor.
Wait a minute, let me just check. I forgot about this. Yeah. Okay. No, yeah. I think I rolled correctly. I have the machinist edge. It says when I'm repairing Cybertronians, I have edge or whatever that is, which I think is already rolling 2d20. So I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
that gives me
it's
more
rolling with
bonuses.
advantage.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. Let me look this up real quick. All
I
right.
do have one trick I could try to play the rules a little bit here, but I don't know.
So you guys continue going on, and as you start to make progress, you start to hear a noise coming from the distance. I won't have you roll for it because it's a pretty obvious noise. You hear the distant roar of a jet engine
From above?
from ahead of you. And yes,
Okay,
above.
That. Okay, so Fox 1 has already got his Vulcan aimed skyward. He knows that probably isn't friendly.
It's starting to get closer.
I
Laser
guess we
out.
should- I look for some kind of cover, like a tree.
Defensive position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking cover and pulling out my shotgun.
Fox 1 tries to back up behind a tree as much as he can, but he's keeping his gun trained up on wherever this jet's coming from.
Okay.
And deploy Scrounger too while I'm at it.
All right. Is everyone trying to hide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Give me some rolls.
Okay, I guess that's infiltration.
Yep. I'm gonna do
Okay,
that,
cover
and it's
that.
going to be versus his perception.
Oh goody.
What'd you roll?
I haven't even rolled yet. I just know I suck at this. Let's see.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Well, I fumbled that.
19.
Fumble.
So yeah, it's that bit from Monty Python where unfortunately he has picked a very obvious hiding spot.
Yep. Me and
he's-
Scrounger somehow
Fox
both got
one.
14s, but yeah.
Fox 1 is hiding it under a gigantic fucking cardboard box.
All right.
Yep.
So, everyone's totals one more time.
20.
14 for me and Scrounger. We somehow rolled the exact same thing.
1.
19.
Oh.
Well,
Fox 1 farts.
so bad news, everybody. Its alertness roll was better than all of your attempts to hide.
Oh shit.
Well, we were gonna get detected anyway.
So this thing flies in, and despite your best efforts to hide in the foliage, it knows where to look. It's probably going in the direction of whatever triggered the tripwires. You see a Cobra Rattler fly into view. It flies in, the engines turn downward, and it starts to hover over top of where you are. Starts to lower
shit.
itself down toward the ground.
And it's gonna transform.
And it does indeed transform. The fuselage deploys into a pair of legs. The wings fold up and move back. Some arms pop up from where the engine nacelles were. And The forward fuselage turns down to form a cockpit. The gunner's position on the back raises up a bit over top of the head. And let's see.
Well, hey, that means the Gal 8's pointed at the ground and not at us.
No, it's still pointed forward. In fact, one of the arms reaches up and attaches to that and detaches it from the fuselage. It is now mounted to the arm.
Ah, shit.
The missiles are mounted on the shoulders. This thing looks loaded for bear, and you actually see in the cockpit is something a little bit odd looking. It's definitely somebody associated with Cobra, as you can tell by the giant red hood that the guy has. He also seems to have oddly metallic skin.
Well, that couldn't bother me anything.
Is it a bat?
Well, no, I know who this is. That's Destro.
It is indeed Destro, and there is a rather svelte-looking woman with black hair in the gunner's position.
Okay.
Baroness.
So the machine's PA activates, and it says, "Come out with your hands up, Autobots, and I may let you live."
Okay.
Nuts!
Fox One just says, "You talk too much," and he immediately opens fire.
Everybody, roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Right.
Wow. Well, that's a net 20.
26.
Okay.
I go on at 12.
So when you roll the nat 20, make sure you still roll your other die if applicable, because it's totals.
Yeah. I don't have another die. I think
It's
we're
just straight
rolling...
for you.
Yeah, it's the 20 plus your speed then.
Yeah. So it's a 23 for me.
Okay.
Mine is a 13.
25 for Fox One.
24.
Wow. Could have used these rolls earlier.
Drone is rolling slow.
Okay.
Well, not real drone.
So it looks like our turn order for you guys is 0, then D, then Lucian, then Oswald. Now the thing is going to roll. Let me see. Its initiative is a D2.
Funnily enough, there actually is a transforming Rattler toy. It's just named Viper.
Neat.
I still have yet to build that. I have all the parts for it. I just need to do it.
Yeah, it's a redecoed Power Glide, because of course it is.
Okay.
Well, it's because he died.
0, you are up first.
I meant the actual toy is literally just a redecoed Power Glide. So, I draw the sword, and I'm gonna test its blade against that armor.
Okay, go for it.
That is 26.
Yeah, so your sword does cut through the armor. You bring it down in a nice screeching arc, and it slices in. And the machine doesn't seem to care all that much. You've done damage, but it seems to be fairly minimal.
Okay, so it's got a lot more than 2 hit points, obviously.
It does. D, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna aim for one of the missiles, or for a bunch of missiles.
Okay, you can try to do that. It will be a snag on your roll.
Which means...
That means you roll the d20 twice and take the lower number.
Right, okay, so 2d20 lower, right, okay. Okay, so that's a 17. I got a 16 and a 19 and a 1.
Okay, so yeah, you shoot for the missile, and your shot goes completely wide and does not hit the missile.
Not even for aiming?
No, it doesn't hit.
Okay.
So the Rattler transformer turns on the person who's damaged it so far, and it raises up a fist and it starts to throw a punch. So let me see here. Yep, it's going to be that and that. That is 17.
That is just enough to hit.
Okay, so it winds up and it punches you directly in the face for a point of damage.
He's got a good. Destro's got a good piloting skill roll.
And that actually counts, given the stat sheet. Yeah, that's
Slash battle tech.
no. Okay, never mind. That's blunt damage. So yeah, you take a point of blunt damage.
Some dent pullers. Picks you right up, Mondo.
That so then the gunner's turret on the top decides to join the fight, and it swings over at Barracuda.
I always knew Baroness was a top.
Hardy har har. Let's see. Ooh, it has a D8 for this. Oh boy.
And I was about to say, never mind. I'll take something else.
And it's taking aim, so that's going to be an upshift as well. So here we go. 22.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
The turret swings in your direction. Thud, 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 and you get hit with some very high caliber rounds for a point of damage.
Probably using M3s. They're pretty high.
It is
high
now
speed.
Lucian's turn.
Oh boy. Is this thing taller than a typical transformer?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I have at least a reduced chance of blowing Fox 1's face off. So I send Scrounger around to try and flank it, and I aim up and try to shoot this thing's cockpit area with the shotgun here.
Okay. So since you have a shotgun, how I'll run it out is you can roll for the cockpit with a snag. If you miss that, but you're still within capacity to get through the toughness of it, then we'll apply the damage to the fuselage instead.
And we'll see how this goes. So snag is roll 2 d20s and take the lowest one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, why not? Let's see. That's a 10. That's a... Okay. The total roll here is a 5.
Jesus Christ.
So
I rolled a 3 on the d20.
you fire
As long as
you fire your shotgun toward the cockpit, but basically all the shot goes above and like a pellet bounces off the armor.
Word of
Yeah.
advice. Word of advice, just shoot center mass. No need to show off.
Oswald,
Alright.
it's your turn.
I'm gonna
Oh wait,
go
wait,
for
wait,
the
hang on. Scrounger. It's Scrounger's turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
forget the doggo.
Yeah, don't forget the
Yeah,
dog.
I didn't know if he needed the turn to get in a position or not, but yeah, he runs in. He goes out with the mower blade. Let's see how we do here.
Okay. Nip at
He's
his
just
heels.
going for the legs. Yep, here we go.
Green Lion.
Wow. That's a total of 9.
It
I
go
am
so yeah,
not doing
Scrounger
well
goes in with his saw right for the ankle and ping bounces directly off with his saw blade.
Yep.
That is
That's
not
good.
the right spot to hit.
Well, when the d20's rolling bad, the d20's rolling bad. Okay.
Oswald, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the cockpit with my heavy laser, and I'm gonna upshift to a D12 since I have the free action.
Okay. It will still be with a snag.
Stop trying to do what everyone else screws up at, you idiots.
Okay, so 21.
Okay.
It's 16 plus 5 is it's 23.
That's with a snag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. You're not messing around.
So you are able to successfully hit the cockpit. You do not hit Destro himself, but you do damage to the controls. And
Oh, this one, the spider web is yeah, it'll make it harder for him to see.
the whole thing is now kind of moving a bit more sluggishly. Zero, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So I'm going to attempt another sword strike on it, taking advantage of Destro being disoriented. And that is 23.
All right, that's a hit. So you're able to swing kind of into that same gash you opened up before. You open it up a bit further. The thing kind of it shudders as you hit some more vital circuitry, but it remains upright. It is now D's turn.
Okay, I'm going to pull out the laser designator. And I'm
Oh
going to.
no, we're too close again.
I remembered that. And I'm going to say, pull out of combat now. And I'm going to wait until my next turn to activate it.
Dude,
You know,
that thing is a flyer.
It's not going to work, dude.
Well,
It's
that's the action that's been declared. It is now the Rattler's turn.
Damn it, D.
So the Rattler is a bit shaken, not stirred, from what's been going on. But Destro is not happy at having his cockpit shot. He turns toward Shadow Bolt, and that big cannon pops up, and he's going to give you the Burt treatment.
Uncle Bert.
All right, how does an 18 do?
Oh, just barely.
So you are hit with 2 points of damage from that.
Shit. I got 1 point left, guys.
You better disengage while you can.
The gun turret, the Baroness is also not very happy that you shot at her boyfriend. She is also going to take a shot at you.
Oh no.
For 19.
Well,
that's it
he's
for
down
me.
again.
Thud. She just utterly annihilates you with those high caliber guns.
This has got to be it. I'm just changing my name to Decker.
Oy.
You shot Destro.
And you did get a hell of a shot in.
You got a really good shot. And you did a lot of damage to this thing, and I actually gave them a downshift on attacks afterward. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
Foxwood just quips, "Oh, Shadow Bolt, always going down on the first date."
I'm not a clanner.
okay. So, one of your number is down for the count. It is now Lucian's turn.
Oh boy. I am not convinced that laser designator is going to fix things, but on the other hand, we might be in over our heads on this one. I'm kind of looking at Fox 1, so is Fox 1 look like he's going to continue attacking here?
Now, Fox 1 is
He's
not
still in
totally
melee
stupid.
range.
I was about to say, the question is, would he have been able to hear Barracuda say "get back"?
I would say that you're able to hear each other just fine as the combat's going on. None of you are disoriented or anything.
Okay, so Fox 1 is going to jump
Speak for
backwards
yourself.
and shoot with his Vulcan.
Okay,
I
well
wasn't-
that
I
will be
wasn't-
on your turn. So
Yeah, I wasn't delaying till after your turn. I was just looking at him to see, does he look like he's getting ready to disengage or continue fighting?
here's what you know at the moment. So Barracuda has yelled "Get clear," and you can see that Fox 1 has kind of like turned his head in her direction and has heard her instruction. So your inference will be from that information.
Yeah, like you can hear his turbine spooling up.
Oh boy. Alright. Alright, I tell Scrounger to keep biting at this thing's ankles, and I run over to Shadow Bolt to try and drag him to what I assume is going to be some kind of minimum safe distance here.
Okay, so Scrounger is able to disengage. That's going to be an action to avoid getting
No,
a melee hit.
no, I was telling Scrum to keep attacking.
Oh, you want him to keep attacking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hoping to keep this thing distracted for a hot minute here, and I'm gonna be pulling Shadow Ball away. But here, I'll roll Scrounger's attack at least.
Okay.
Oh, that's a net 20.
Okay.
Oh,
Total of 22.
Good old doggo.
So yep, Scrounger jumps up and actually like plants his paws on the leg of this thing and jams his buzzsaw into that same gap that Fox 1 opened up earlier. And his saw goes to work. You see sparks flying out of that. The whole thing drops to one knee for a second before pulling itself back up. And
Hit the hydraulic line or something?
yeah, something important was hit there. It's still upright, but now it's clearly struggling. And
All right.
Lucian, were you making an attack?
I'm going to be spending my turn trying to drag Shadow Bolt. Well, is it an action to try to fix someone too?
Yes.
Maybe I'll do that. His Shadow Bolt can carry his own ass faster than I can drag him, so... Alright, I get out one of my, whatever it is, repair kits, and see if I can give him back any hit points here. Come on. Okay. That's that's 21.
Okay, you give him back. I'm gonna say that's 2 hit points.
All right. There is much very hasty welding and taping, and there's a piece of chewing gum from somewhere. All right, pop. And
You throw his
on the
pieces
desk.
back
Get up.
on like you're in Lego Star Wars. You know.
Yep. Pound my hand on his chest. Say, all right, get up.
The hell?
All right.
Right.
So Oswald, because you were incapacitated, I'm gonna say that you'll get to go next round. You spent this one down for the count. It's gonna go back up to 0.
Just in time for the mortar to attack me.
0, it's your turn.
Maybe Barracuda will rethink things.
So-
Let's see.
So Fox 1 is going to jump backwards, and as he lands, is going to try and take a shot with the Vulcan to keep him pinned in place.
Okay, so you want to move away and attack. It's going to get a melee attack against you.
Yes, I know, but I don't want to be next to it when an artillery shell lands either.
Okay.
I'll take that chance.
So we will... Let's see, I need to find... Where did I put that other die?
got a
I
point.
dropped it. So you jump clear, and as you start to move away from it, its foot swings out to try and catch you. 23.
Oh, that hurts.
Plants it directly in your chest and knocks you back. So he kind of assists you in getting clear, and you can now make your attack. Do you want to try and plant your feet to do this, or are you doing this while in midair?
Let's do the cinematic style and say it's in midair.
I'm gonna give you a downshift for that.
Okay, well that means it. So then that ups just back up to a D6.
For what? Aiming? You're not aiming if you're
Yes.
doing this.
Okay, well fine. It's a D2 then. And I can tell you right now that is definitely not hitting.
Yeah. So you make it look really cinematic and cool the way that you kill the leaves in the trees nearby. It looks pretty neat, but having been kicked directly in your chest as you were moving away, it does not achieve the desired effect.
Did I take damage from the kick?
You take 1 damage from the kick. It's a melee hit.
Okay. Let's just making sure.
All right, D, you're up.
Okay, since everyone is more or less clear, I am now designating it with the laser designator, and I am getting myself hunkered down as best as I can.
Behind the scenes here, the running theory I had was I had like maybe a turn's lead time to run the hell away from this thing, but we'll see if I'm right or not.
Okay, so he's going to make... I'm going to give him an alertness check to see if he notices that he's being targeted like this.
Well, the question is, would he know what it is immediately?
Well, he sees that somebody is pointing a laser at him that isn't immediately damaging his craft. Destro works with weapons a lot. He gets an idea of what that is, and he is now going to sprint directly for D, and he is going to throw his shoulder at her in a ramming attack. So let's see here. We'll do that with this. Well, that's a 17.
Mother funkster.
So
Yeah.
that's a hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, he pile drives his shoulder directly into you. And that's going to knock you back 10 feet.
Okay.
The guns then swivel. Make a. Let's see, we should have some sort of check here. Make a targeting skill check to see if you can keep your designator trained on it when you get knocked over.
Yep.
And I was about to say, are you able to upshift on that one, or is that...
Nat 22.
Okay, you are able to keep him designated, but you are now knocked prone.
Okay. Do I take any damage?
You take a point of damage.
Oh, I should have kept my gob shut.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. So when they do some sort of ramming attack like that, it counts as a physical attack.
Okay.
So then the gun turret then, having been thrown somewhat off balance by the sudden charge, swings over in the direction of Scrounger,
No.
and he's going to. The Baroness is going to attempt to shoot Scrounger. That's
Leave
13.
the pupster alone.
15, you said?
13.
13. That still hits.
Still hits. All right, Scrounger
Yeah.
takes a point of damage as the turret's thud 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 thud.
Alright. Makes that kind of, like, whine, yelp noise dogs make as he gets hit. Like,
Okay. Though I did forget to do one thing. Since he was in melee range when the charge started, he gets. Before this happened, he would get a free melee attack. So you can
Yep,
roll an
I'll take it.
attack for him.
I'll take it. Let's see if we do this. 17.
Okay. That
17 hit.
isn't quite enough.
Damn it.
So he's able to go for that same place as before, but just isn't quite able to get the buzzsaw blade in this time. Bounces off the external armor.
Alright. I tried.
But it is now your turn.
Okay. Well, I see. I'm aware the laser designator is active here.
Time to get the duck out of Fudge.
Well, there's
Yeah.
probably very few reasons why Dee would tell everyone to get clear. I'd say that it's pretty obvious that she's calling in the mortar.
All right. I imagine like me and Shadowbolt look at each other. We both go, "Oh, scrap," and I transform into a truck and just gun it, and I'm like whistling for Scrounger to hop in the back as we just flee as fast as we can here.
Okay, you are able to do that. You're getting
Run
distance,
away!
and it is now Oswald's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full Gerwalk mode and blast my way across the ground. Get out of the way.
All right, so you're going to try to fly low altitude.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you transform into your alt mode and you start to fly away. The only way you're really going to have room for flight is you're going right at treetop level.
Oh no, I'm trying to get to the tree line or just trying to get back.
You guys are in the trees.
How is the Rattler able to maneuver?
It's not. It's that's why it's transformed into its alt mode.
Okay. Alrighty.
So you get up into treetop level and you start flying away and you start to hear your RWR beep 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 from behind you. There hasn't been a launch yet, but something is acquiring you.
Well, that's enough for me.
You are flying away from it, so I wouldn't worry too much about it right at the moment, but that's the situation. It is now Zero's turn.
Alright, so Fox 1 is going to keep moving away while shooting to try and keep Destro pinned in place.
Okay.
So again, he jumps back slightly off to the side, and after he lands, he fires at the Vulcan.
Okay.
Okay, so let me find the right one. 27.
That's enough to do some damage. So yeah, you fire, and your rounds hit directly in dead center, and they do actually seem to penetrate through the armor. The whole thing shudders, shakes, jitters, and actually like falls back a pace, and stands pretty much still, but it is still able to traverse its waist around. So it's back to you, so that means that the shell is coming in, because it's been a combat round since you've used the designator. So you hear the whistling noise of an incoming projectile, which lands directly on top of this thing.
Oh, shit.
You are 10 feet away and prone. So you can roll acrobatics to try and escape the blast, but it will be with a snag.
Okay. Okay. Athletic strength. Acrobatics is right. Okay. Oh god, I got a net 20 and I got a 2. Oh man, that sucks.
Okay.
Ouch.
So you're able to kind of shove a hand underneath and spring off to the side. The blast wave does still catch you, but it doesn't seem to hurt you. It just kind of throws you and makes you roll around along the ground a few more feet. And when you look up, you don't see any sign of the vehicle that was attacking you.
Well, rip Destro and the Baroness.
No shit.
There's no sign of them either. But you
No
guys also
parts.
didn't really see the impact. There was a bright flash when it hit, and it's kind of disorienting. It's a little tough to tell if they were still inside the thing when it got atomized, but
So,
yeah, it's gone.
So there was definitely an explosion.
Oh yeah,
but
there was a big
is-
explosion.
Is there any like debris, or is it literally just missing?
Just little scraps of metal pieces are
Okay.
all over the place. There's a crater where it used to be. That's a
Question,
very
Mage.
serious mortar. I did not give this thing stats with you guys, intending for you guys to use it on things like this. I was gonna have it be for like destroying emplacements and bunkers. You
Yeah.
guys
Well-
are using it on enemies.
Alright. Well, Yard Dog does like a handbrake turn, turns as hard as he can.
Barracudas and artillerists.
Yeah.
Question, Mage. Do nat 20s counteract downshifts or snags?
Oh, also something else.
Oh,
Something else I should
okay.
note.
So,
Something I should note. You can burn an energon point to ignore a snag.
yes, okay. So yeah, I thought that was just what you rolled.
That is what I rolled.
What were your two rolls, D?
I rolled a nat 20 and a 2.
Oh dear.
You're
No.
fucked.
Okay. Do you want to spend an energon point to ignore that snag and take that 20?
Oh god, yes.
Okay. We'll just say that that's what happened.
And how much damage do I take?
You don't take any. It plays out just like how I described. Because but now you've burned an energon point to get that result.
You were blown clear.
Yeah. You're okay. Outside of the shoulder tackle that you took earlier. The combat is now concluded.
Right, so same
I
thing.
need some heavy repairs.
Yeah.
I think you
Yard
all
Dog is
do.
doing- I'm fine.
Yeah, Yard
Yeah,
Dog's
me
great.
too.
He's
I'm missing a point of health.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll work on that. Alright, so Yard Dog is like doing a hard 180 turn after the explosion, just rolling back. So Who's still alive?
Bring out your dead.
Yep.
Don't you mean?
All
bring
right,
out
sound
your
off. Who's not
afterlife?
dead?
Yep.
Transform.
Just about.
Yeah, exactly. Like channeling whatever his name is from Atlantis. Just like, yeah, who's sound off? Who's not dead?
Oh, I love that. Medic.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to actually decide what I'm gonna do about Destro and the Baroness, because that was a lot of artillery they just got hit with.
They basically got hit with. Let's be honest. They basically got hit with a Davy Crockett.
I need to make this thing more dangerous for you guys, because you are using it way too liberally for what it is.
Well,
2-4S
correction. D's using it too liberally.
If you want to go for the stats, start with the 2-4S.
If it wasn't for that Nat 20 and the Energon point,
In fact,
D would be down right now.
Fox 1 staggers over to Barracuda and snatches the designator away.
Give me that.
No, it's mine.
Not anymore. It's not.
Do you want to try and are you gonna try and keep him from grabbing it from you? Because we can do it. We can do a contested roll here. Or are you just gonna let him take it?
I'll like wrestle it towards me. Then as soon as I feel like he's winning, I'll just let him have it, so he just falls backwards.
That is one of the saddest things I've ever heard. Oh man.
This is an artillery designator, not a toy.
I mean, she's a pretty crack shot with that
You
thing.
guys have gotten really good results with it. You have been
Almost
incredibly
on
lucky with
ourselves.
it, but you've gotten great results.
Yeah,
She
man.
throws like a mini tantrum and goes, "Where's mine? Win it by Prime."
Optimus Prime gave that to me.
Yeah, we didn't intend you to take out your teammates with it either.
Oh my god.
But I
Oh, that is
didn't.
too funny.
All right. I saw at least a couple people get some good hits in there. Scrounger took a little ding, and you hear a whoop from my backpack. So, yeah, you're fine. All right. Who's first in line here?
She holds out her final repair pack.
Yeah, if you want that, you can start with that, Mage. I sent you a link for the 2S4 Tulip. It's a self-propelled 240 millimeter heavy mortar.
Oh yeah, I remember those things. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're in World of Tanks.
I mean, if you're looking for some kind of game balance, you could put in like more of a delay between when the designator is on and when
So
the shell
here's
arrives.
how the thing works. If you guys get hit at all while designating, you need to roll to keep designating. But also, a nat 20 was rolled for keeping it designated, so that's kind of negated. And also, if you're within, I think my cutoff was like 30 feet of the blast radius, you need to roll acrobatics to get clear. And if you don't get clear, it basically you're incapacitated.
It one-shots you because you're basically dropping a mini.
If it hits you directly, your character is actually dead. So so for future reference, if this thing does, if like one of you guys screws up targeting while it's coming in, there's a good chance I roll a die to determine if it's now pointing at your feet. So
Great.
if you screw up the targeting on it in the middle of combat, there's a good chance it can hit you directly, and your character will be permadead if that happens.
600 meters is considered danger close artillery fires.
Yes.
Less than 200 meters is pretty much on top of us.
Yeah, there's only two reasons why you would ever do that in real life. One is you're about to die anyway, or two, you really want a medal.
Yep. So you guys have been very lucky because I've had this thing statted out to be just as dangerous to you as the enemies. You guys have rolled really well, but I'm just gonna say right now, don't push your luck any further because one of you will probably end up actually dead.
Which is why Fox took
This
away the
thing is
designator.
really powerful, and I don't think I communicated clearly enough to you guys just how powerful it is. I tried to hint last time when it deleted that helicopter from existence,
Yeah.
and it damaged.
I got the hint.
It damaged 2 of you guys in the blast wave.
I'm
But
familiar with an artillery to know that.
yeah, okay. So just for future reference, this thing can perma-kill your characters if it hits too close.
Ooh.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have it be a judgment call on my part when it lands as to who is too close.
Got it.
Fair enough.
So
All right.
I can always make a new character. I'm not. That's fine.
yeah, but if you value your particular character, be very careful.
I do.
Because this thing is very, 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 very powerful. This is a bunker buster, and it's capable of launching nuclear munitions. So,
And to
Yep.
quote Mira
The
Fulan,
tulip
if
pan
you
is so
value your
powerful.
lives, be somewhere else.
This fucking thing is so powerful that going by the tulipan, it will kill just by the blast of the muzzle blast. Anybody standing in front of it will fucking explode.
yeah, this is a very big mortar. So
Just from the overpressure.
now that we've got that out of the way, you guys have successfully completed the combat. You guys have been healing up. So
Well, I gotta start making some rolls here.
okay, yep.
Barracuda just handed me her final repair kit and said, try harder this time. So I said, all right, let's give this a try.
It's kind of our blowout kits, aren't
Yep. All right, here we go. Let's roll a bunch of dice.
Oswald, did
Come on.
you what did you do when combat ended?
Got my ass off the ground.
Yeah, you went back down into ground cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
When,
Okay, good. That's fine. I'm
Oh, you're trying to
determining
see
whether or
whether
not
you're
to shoot a
getting
missile
shot
at you
at.
right now, based on.
no. I may be nuts, but I'm not stupid.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Just want to double check. That's all.
All right, I have to actually open up the rulebook here.
I realized I left that kind of on a cliffhanger and didn't resolve it, so I figured I better address that.
Oh boy.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are safe for
I just
now.
realized what Foxwell basically did. He's like a guy who took away the car keys from his teenage daughter after she got a traffic ticket.
There you go.
She'll have fun till her daddy takes the T-bird away, as the Beach
Yeah.
Boys said.
Oh,
No. Oh, you mean
Daddy took the laser away.
He just takes the laser designator away.
Yeah, if you say laser, it fits the rhythm of the song.
Okay.
I am so glad I gave you guys that because it's been entertaining as fuck. God,
All
I
right.
genuinely don't know if they've survived at the moment. I have to think about this.
I was about to say, because that could set up some interesting ramifications. Like, who's
It
in charge
really
of Mars if
could.
Vesper
I'm gonna,
dies?
yeah,
Yes,
I'll figure it out. But
And
I
our
don't see a way.
Decepticon-
The only way they could have gotten clear is to punch out early, and I don't think they would have.
But
No.
I was about to say, wait, don't Destro and the Baroness have a kid?
Maybe.
I think they did.
In our Decepticon campaign, we accidentally Commander, so this is like the coin flip of that.
Anyway.
Yes, so when you're done with Barracuda, Fox 1 walks over and you see he is all shot to hell.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple things here. So I absolutely botched that roll. I got a grand total of 5. I've got what for my level up perk. I took a what is it?
Time to retire those dice.
Yeah, no kidding. They're very random, which I guess is the point. But
That's
anyway.
how dice are supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Anyway, mode masters get hybridization as they level up, and for my hybridization perk, I took replacement part, which says I can spend a mass shift, and it just says repair 1 damage. Can I repair 1 damage on other people, or is that just for me?
You tell me what it says in the book again.
If you're looking at the book, it's on page 74.
Okay, let me look this up here.
Note that Fox 1 has a repair kit for you to help him.
Yeah, I'll be needing that, but yeah. It's one of those things where they probably meant for it to be just to use on yourself, but it only says repair 1 damage.
Which one? Which one is this? Helical Spring?
No, where are
Master of all
No,
forms.
Hybridization.
It's at the top of the first column. It's the options for hybridization. It says replacement part, and then a little subtext H, which says you spend a mass shift to use it.
Page 73.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, it's on page 74, but hybridization starts on 73.
yeah, it's one of those kinds of sections.
Okay, so because you're mass shifting to do this, this is going to be for you.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
I believe that's the
Right.
intent of the rule.
all right.
that sounds about right.
That's probably right, but I was just seeing if I could.
Yeah,
push
it
that.
should have said like for yourself, or it should have specified. But I believe the intent is that you heal yourself for a point,
Okay,
because you don't carry replacement parts for the other bots.
I might. Anyway, all right. I get out my spare repair kit to try and use them Barracuda and see if I can roll higher than a 5. Let's see. Let's see. I can roll higher than a 5. That's a 20 total. So yes.
Okay. So that's going to be
All
2
right.
points.
That's probably enough for Barracuda, I hope.
I think that's what she took.
D?
Yep.
D,
Yeah,
how you
well,
feeling?
I mean-
D, you can heal 2 points.
Oh, thank you. She just moves as I say. Oh, that's bad. I just got.
This-
Oh, trapped servo in my shoulder. Oh, God.
Spraying some WD-40 and putting in some fillers. There we go. Just good and new.
Oh, this is gonna be a continuous pain thing, isn't it? Okay.
Slap some flex tape on it. I sawed this boat in half.
Can he still transform?
1 second. She transforms into a sub, transforms back, transforms into her car, transforms back. I think so.
Alright, that's good. Alright, Fox, get your ass over here. Let's see what we can do with you.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Fox
You
one
turn
hand.
into a sub and just like use a sonar ping.
So Fox
One
one
ping-
hands over
one ping
the.
One ping only.
Give me a ping, Vasily.
Anyway,
Okay, so-
Zero was saying.
Yep. So Fox one hands over his repair kit and he says, "Do what you can."
Hey, boy. Alright, let's see how we do here. Come on. Let's see. Not bad. That's a 14. Yep. 14 total. Does that do anything?
Yep.
I hope.
I need. How much does that? Is 14 enough?
Yes.
Heals at least 1.
Yep, that's
I don't
one.
know if-
Huh?
That's one.
Okay, so I'm back up to 3 points.
So you're doing better. Well, if anyone has a spare, try it again. If anyone has any more spare parts, I could try fixing you a little bit more. But I'm running precious short on supplies here. He kind of
I
looks at the wrecked rattler, and say, "Huh, I wonder if I could scratch something out of that thing."
What?
Probably not.
What wreckage?
Good luck.
Probably not.
Whatever's there is probably melted.
I was gonna say, like, the only wreckage you can see, there is no wreckage bigger than the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, yeah. Now that I look at that's kind of like the stuff that's left
It's
over. after
it's fucking
Scratcher's done
confetti.
thieving.
It looks like somebody set
Yeah.
off a chaff launcher.
And what's left is probably hot in more ways than one, so maybe I shouldn't be touching that. Alright. But yeah, so if anyone has any more spare parts, I can give it more of a shot, but I'm running precious low here.
All right, and that was intended as a full-on boss fight. You guys successfully defeated it. You guys are all now level 3.
Nice.
Does that happen like
Nice.
right now or after downtime?
Either one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
If you
do
have
that
an idea of what you
now.
wanted to do at level 3, we can apply it now. If you'd like to stop and look, we can do that when we get to the next rest.
I'll probably wait till the next rest. Just
Okay.
Still getting my head around how this works.
I am gonna do it now while I can. So I need to look at warrior, and that means my speed goes up by 1.
Since you got the
So-
book open, can you check analyst when you're done?
I will. It's
Thanks.
okay. That means my speed goes up to 7. Means I get another free action, and I'm gonna put this into...
Oswald, what's your class?
I am an analyst.
Analyst. Okay. I've got
just-
the whole thing here.
I
Analyst.
just didn't load my book. Takes forever.
3rd level focus perk.
I'm
And
actually going to put this into a point of initiative.
so you get a focus perk, and you get another point to your social essence.
Can I switch that over to conditioning for over on strength? Just because I'm still kind of squishy here.
The next time you get a strength essence boost is at level 6.
Okay.
And I'm going... And now, so my focus perk, I get...
I'm gonna. Okay. So,
Hold on, my focus perk is down under Wrecker. For that, I get Manifest Enhancement. So basically, as a free action, once per round, whenever I manifest an Energon weapon, I can manifest an upgrade for a turn equal to or lower than that weapon's rarity.
All right.
That could actually be very useful because, well, one standard weapon that I can call out is an Assault Claw. That could come in handy.
it sure can.
Okay, so let's see. So that goes up by 1. So what did you pick as your focus, Oswald? Manipulator or Spec Ops?
Manipulator.
Okay.
Let me look at this. Actually, do I want initiative? Do I want targeting? Do I want infiltration?
You now have access to Holo Projector, Oswald. As a move action, you can create a holographic image within 20 feet of you until the end of your next turn. You gain an edge on a deception skill test as long as a target of your skill test can see your holographic image and you use it to create a believable but confusing situation. So basically you have Hound's holograph ability now.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then you get another you get a point to your social essence.
Right, and I put that into I upshifted the die on my persuasion skill. Or
Yeah, I'm putting that point into initiative.
Okay. D, did you want to do your level up now, or do you want to wait till later?
D.
E.
Sorry. Okay, so it says boost social at levels 3, 7, 11, 15, and 19. Okay. Deception, persuasion, streetwise. What do you guys recommend?
What's your class?
I am
See, you're a
Mode Master Triple Changer.
Yeah, you're a mode master. Let me get to that part here. So level 3, you get a focus perk. You can now have 3 mass shifts per day. So your focus is triple changer. You now have the unexpected alternative. At 3rd level, when an enemy who has seen you convert into only one of your alt modes sees you convert into your other alt mode for the first time, you gain an edge on skill tests targeting them until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Well, that probably won't be until I hit water.
I mean, technically, if you were to turn into a submarine and shoot a torpedo through the air, it probably wouldn't work, but I don't know. Like, what form do your weapons take in your submarine alt mode?
Let's have a look. Stingray Combat Sub. It just says stunner shotgun.
Okay, so you can still use your shotgun in that mode. I guess it becomes like a turret on you. So if you turn into a submarine, it would reduce your movement to 0 on land.
Yeah.
But you would, by the rules, still technically have an edge on shooting somebody with your shotgun after doing that.
Well, I didn't model that on that figure.
Like that's
Whatever.
that's how the rules work. So yeah.
Okay.
I can't really. Link this
I mean, to be
to
fair,
it,
if I was fighting something that I saw turn into a car and then it suddenly turned into a submarine on dry fucking land, I'd be pretty surprised too. So yeah, there you go. Congratulations.
You are the only sub who fires torpedoes on land. Okay.
You have an LBX autocannon turret.
Yeah, and you now have access to 3 mass shifts per day as opposed to just 2.
Yeah. Well, I guess I might as well do my level up here. It's fairly straightforward. It's similar to D's, and
I think I'm gonna read this to you, D, because I haven't seen you use this. Do you know about mass shifting?
No, but I've got it open here. As a master of converting between your modes, you find advantageous ways to use the conversion process. Once per scene, as a move action, you can change your composition of your body parts to gain one of the following benefits for the remainder of the scene: +1 to defense of your choice, upshift 1 skill test of a skill of my choice, double my reach, gain 1 temporary health. As you use mass shift 2 times per day, at least first level, you can first level. As you level up, you gain the additional uses per day as outlined on table 5. Also, as you gain levels, you can choose from the list of perks called hybridization. Hybridization all relates to mass shifts, and some of them up to one of your mass shifts uses per day. You regain all your mass shift uses after a 6-hour rest.
Yep. So at the last level up, you got hybridization. So let's see.
That's true.
Thank you. I tried to move the mic.
You have other abilities as well that you got at the last level for that. So you can change your size temporarily by a size class. You can spend a hybridization to do that. You can also spend a point to do evasive conversion. When an enemy attacks you, you can immediately convert to give the enemy a snag on their attack. You can spend extra shift. You gain an additional use of mass shift per day. Fast shift. So wait, these are. You have to pick one of these, I guess.
Probably.
You pick one. You pick one of these abilities from this list at 2nd level, and then at 7th, 12th, 14th, and 18th, you can pick another one. So yeah, you have the change size, evasive conversion, extra shift, fast shift, and half trek. Helping hand, hold that shape, reinforce shell, replacement parts, steady hands, and weaponize. So you can look through that list and pick one of those abilities to add to your repertoire. Because you would have got that at last level.
Right, I didn't realize that one.
I heard D light up at replacement part. That's the same one I picked at that level.
Yeah, if you like replacement part, you can have that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, now you can spend one of your mass shift points to repair a point of damage to yourself.
Yep.
I need to find a better character sheet from the book.
And you can use one of those once. So now that you're level 3, you have 3 of those that you can use per day. So once per scene, up to 3 times per day, you can spend those points.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll do my level up as well. It's similar to D's. It's, get another mass shift, get a, focus perk. Scrounger counts as a kit for survival if he's hooked up to me. And I get a little boost to speed, which I immediately spend on infiltration, because I obviously need to have at least a point in that.
Okay. So you get kitted purpose. Third level, Doctor, you gain benefits of a limited kit. So you're doing that as a health kit?
Uh, Originally I conceived Scrounger as being like a survival boost, so he would be like a survival kit.
Okay.
You know,
Now
yeah.
I'm picturing him as kind of like those rescue Saint Bernards.
Yeah. more aggressive, but yeah. I mean,
So instead of brandy, it's energon.
the general concept is he helps me find spare parts out in the wilderness, but we'll see.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Does he get tougher at all as you level up?
He sort of indirectly does. As I increase my survival skill, he gets to level up.
Okay, so his stats are determined partially by your survival skill?
I think that's right, yeah.
Okay. That's actually pretty fucking cool.
Sort of.
Alright.
Alright then.
So you guys are all now level 3.
Right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Go kill this. Let's go kill this air defense installation.
I do immediately use one of my mode shifts to repair pointed damage on Scrounger.
So as you guys start to step away, Zero, you feel something come over you, and you freeze yourself in place. As you start to feel like something is trying to work its way up to the front of your mind. Do you resist?
No, it's not. Don't fight it. Just let it happen. It'll pass before I know it.
All right. So for everybody else, you see Fox 1 take a step and then just stand bolt upright, almost like he's standing at attention in front of an officer. And then he just freezes there for several seconds.
What?
Zero, you see... you find yourself out in the middle of space. There aren't any planets nearby. As far as you can tell, you're just kind of floating aimlessly through the void. When you hear, strangely enough, because there's supposedly no sound in space, but you hear a strange noise, almost like it's coming through your mind, somewhere between a moan and a roar, as a giant creature of some kind. It looks almost like what humans would describe as a giant whale comes flying over you from behind, and it looks down. The giant eye passes over you, and you see that it focuses on you.
I've seen this episode of Futurama.
And one of its fins swings in your direction, and right as it's about to hit you, you snap and you just wake back up, find yourself back in the forest.
You right? Wow, Carter.
Some get knocked loose there?
What's this about giant space whales?
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Sure,
I'm
it's not a
perfectly
giant
fine.
turtle called Great Atuin.
That's a turtle.
Manifest a tricorder and take his temperature.
Never mind. We have a mission to take care of.
Gunslinger says space dick.
Oh boy.
It's like Moby Dick,
Oh.
but in space.
Also, I was going to say, I've got something on page 76 of the PDF.
Okay.
Triple change of focus.
Yes.
Ook. Yeah, that's your, whatever it is.
Unexpected alternative.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, where you like turn into a sub
yeah.
on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. Cool. Got that written down.
Nope.
Well,
That
copied
would be
across.
very unexpected.
It would be very unexpected, and so yeah, you get edge on any action you could conceivably do as a submarine on the ground. You have an edge against your target if they've only seen
Or a
you.
car in the water.
That's true. You could also do it as a car in the water.
Or if you pull like a James Bond move, like leap out of the water as a submarine, turn into a car, that might do it.
Yeah,
Or the other way around.
I was thinking more like that scene from the movie with the shark.
Dude, that would be so sick. Like you breach from the water, like shoot up out of the water, turn into a car, like in midair. That'd be fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just need to think of opportunities for you to do that, because, well, not a whole lot of water around here.
I'll
Yeah.
handle that. Don't worry, guys.
Kind of the
That's
Aquaman
DM stuff.
problem there. Yeah. All right.
So you
All
guys
right,
have just watched your buddy have some kind of weird moment.
So I kind of go up to him and say, "I'm pretty sure I didn't mess with your cortex too much in there. Maybe I might have tied in a few nuts, but you okay in there?"
Just leave his nuts alone.
I'm fine. We have some SAMs to destroy.
All right. Kind of looking at him very suspiciously as he
This whole
continues
scene
on
reminds
his
me of
way.
Spec Ops: The Line.
Mm-hmm.
Those who know.
Only loosely familiar, but enough to be concerned, let's say.
All right, so you guys are continuing toward the Sams.
Yeah.
Idea.
Transform back into a truck, get back to driving.
Okay. As you get nearer to the hilltop, you start hearing distant noises. You hear blasts of energy, distant explosions, the occasional yell and mechanical grunt start to happen off in the distance. It seems to be from the other side of the hill. It seems that the Joes, Optimus, and Jazz have made contact with the enemy over there.
All right, we need to shift our timetable up. Let's move.
Beat cheeks, guys.
Hey, I'm slowing down for you ground pounders here. Let's keep this up.
All right.
It's like, okay, well, do we already know where the missile launchers are?
You know that they're on top of the hill. It's a very clear sort of stack of artificial rocks. You know that there's SAM launchers on top of it.
All right, well, then let's charge the hill.
Okay. So yeah, you guys start running up to the hill. There doesn't seem to be any resistance on the way. You don't see any traps. You don't see any detection grids. You run past another one of those clearings with the astroturf. It does not respond in any way as you go past it. And you actually make it to the foot of the stack of rocks.
Okay.
There's probably a security element there, guys. Careful.
I mean, quite likely, do we got some answer to a security element, or we just shoot it?
They could just.
At present,
Ping it with my sonar.
ping it with your sonar.
One ping all day.
I mean, it's a great way to let everybody know that you're there.
I think
Well,
they already... I was about to say, I think they already know.
I have an infiltration perk or upshift to D4.
Or there's another option.
What's that?
Foxone glances down at the designator.
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
that's what I was planning on doing. I was planning on designating the site.
Everyone, back up.
The reverse lights turn on, just slowly back away.
So from where you're standing, I'll have you make. Let's say we'll have it be.
Foxone's gonna wait until everyone's out of range.
Well, let's have a survival check to see if you can pick out the actual launchers from the tree line up above. You're a lot closer than before, so we'll have you make a check there to see if you can see something different among the trees.
Is this alertness or survival?
We'll have that be survival because it's more nature based.
Okay, well that's a straight D20 for me. 12.
Hang on 1 second. Let me get back my sheet. Come on, where are we? Survival. Okay, right in the D2. I got 13.
All right. Zero, did you make your roll?
Yes, I rolled a 12.
Okay. So you can't see the SAM launchers from where you are, but based on the position of having been shot at before, you think you have a decent guess of the general area that they should be.
I can actually figure that out from the different times I've been pinged with my radar warning receiver. There's a trick you can use where you can get a directional vector, and you get targeted from more than one position with those directional vectors. You can triangulate the position.
If you want to try and do that to get a more precise area to look, then I can have you do a technology check for that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I kind of like this plan more than just taking our best guess while Optimus and the others are attacking the same launcher from the other direction.
I got a 19 on that roll.
All fails, we can do what the humans call a wild weasel.
What now?
I feel like there's something I should point out that I don't think you guys have considered. The mortar can fire more than once.
Of course.
Okay.
I know, but the point is, there's delays between shots.
Yeah, there's a few seconds between shots.
And if these are mobile launchers, they may be able to move.
They have to disengage from the radar if not tell ours.
If they're currently active, it will probably take them time, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, and I rolled a 19 on that tech check.
Okay, so yeah, you are able to figure out that these are set up kind of on the 4 compass directions. There's a radar at each compass point. So there's one at the north part of the hill, the south point, the west, and the east. And from there, you relay this information to Fox 1. You guys are on the west side, and you are able to actually spot the Western SAM launcher.
Okay.
All right. So I paint the target with the designator and order a fire mission.
Okay.
Cold steel, fire mission, over.
So from where you are, I'm going to have that be an attack roll.
Yep, that is targeting.
Yep.
All right, so that is going to be with...
Rock them 5 line.
24.
Yeah, you're easily able to paint this thing with the designator. And you hear way, way off in the distance, thump. And then a gradual whistling sound gets slowly louder and louder and louder until finally you actually see the shell physically come down and land directly onto that SAM launcher. And the explosion from here looks absolutely brilliant. The thing disappears in a bright flash of light. Tons and tons of small boulders and pebbles start to shower down from up top. There's a big plume of smoke. The trees up top get blasted off to the side like they almost get flattened by it.
Good effect on target.
All right, 1 down, 3 to go, right?
Well, you can't really tell that from where you are.
Okay,
Well, off a good start.
Well, alternatively, we take out the radar, and that blinds the SAMs. They can't use them anyway.
Well, it depends on the configuration.
Well, if they're heat seekers, obviously that won't help, but...
There is a way that you can test if the radar is still online.
There's a couple ways.
Everyone looks at Shadow
Mage,
Bolt.
just say you want to kill Shadow Bolt and let's get it over with.
I didn't say anything about Shadow Bolt. You're not the only one who can fly.
Yes, but I'm the one with the laser designator.
This is true.
I'm gonna take. Scrap it. I'm gonna take off.
You remember that one mission from Ace Combat 7 where you have to... You know the exact one I'm talking about.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take off, and I'm when I get painted, I'm going to relay that information to Fox 1.
Okay. You
We're
transform...
doing the Wild Weasel thing.
You transform into your alt mode. You take off, flying high enough to try and get a signal, but your RWR is silent.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
Not what I
That's either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
So do you want to keep flying and try to reconnoiter, or do you want to just dive right back to the ground?
Okay. What can I see from up there?
We'll have that be a regular alertness check.
Okay.
Investigation or whatever the heck.
Also, admittedly, it's not SAMs I'll be worried about. It's regular flak guns. Those are a lot harder to find.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You are able to see, you actually spot the radar antenna, or what's left of the radar antenna. The blast from that has hit the first SAM launcher has taken it out, and you see a lot of small shapes running frantically around down at ground level on top of this hill.
Okay, I'm gonna report back. Yeah, the search radar has been destroyed. Can I see anything? Do they have the mobile SAM launchers? Do they have is it a TELR configuration? Does it have a targeting or terminal radar on top?
So you see all the other SAMs there. They don't seem to have any extra sensors. They're all currently that typical sci-fi thing where a robot goes offline and just kind of like slumps over. They all look like that.
Okay. Looks like they're down for the count. Let's go take him up on the ground.
All right,
Exactly.
you got.
Time to
Boot
just-
in gear and roll on ahead here.
Time to break some things.
All right. So Oswald, you diving right in?
I'm gonna regret this, but yeah.
Okay. So you land. You flop directly down into a group of Cobra soldiers. These guys only seem to be armed with small arms. They start firing futilely at you with their small rifles as you approach, but most of them are just running for their lives because they were expecting to shoot you with things that would keep you at a very far distance, and you have just arrived directly in front of them. They're scrambling. A couple of them throw down their weapons and throw their hands up. It's a pretty confusing mess. They're just running all over the place. There's easily a good 100 of them scattering in all directions, doing different things.
It's a route. Okay. I'm gonna radio back to Optimus. It's like, okay, Optimus, the terminal radar, and looks like one of the launchers been taken out. Do you want us to destroy these, or do you want the Joes to come collect them?
We're not going to do either of those. The Sky Strikers are going to come in and level that. You need to get clear immediately. And you hear very clear sounds of battle on his end as well.
Okay, we're out of here. Let's go, guys.
Fox
Okay,
One's gonna
Trent.
Fox One is gonna radio in and ask Optimus if they need assistance.
Once the strike lands, rendezvous with us on this side of the hill. Things are difficult right now. Don't have time to
Affirmative.
explain. Gotta go. Hangs up.
All right.
I
He
can't handle
transform-
that right now.
He switches to his alt mode and takes to the air.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Oh, we're
Take
just
to the air
heading
as
out.
well.
I'll take to the ground and drive as
So from where you guys are, you actually made it to the base of the hill. You guys are able to pick up the same track that you used to get there on the first day. So you're able to drive back and get distance fairly quickly. You get about maybe 150 yards away when you hear the roar of engines overhead as a bunch of Sky Strikers come flying past you. They launch very large missiles off the rails and then immediately brake and just book it in the other direction as quick as they can. Full burner.
Tomcats.
A few seconds pass, and then the day gets a lot brighter and then a lot darker. You feel a tremendous amount of heat appear behind you. You feel a shockwave wash over you from behind. And those who
explosives.
those who peek back and look see a small mushroom cloud rising up
And
from
this
where
is
that used to
very
be.
This is a very familiar sight to Fox One because he has seen this before.
Yeah, that's a fuel air explosives, isn't it?
Nope.
that's a nuke.
Why would they use a
What?
nuke on a shut down site?
Yeah,
They were-
positions
Sam site.
They're
lost
but it's
already.
not the SAM site they're worried about.
Oh, that's right.
It's the base underground that they're trying to get rid of.
Yep, that was a nuclear bunker buster.
Okay.
Yeesh. How big was his base, man? I figured
I did-
Bruticus
I
did a good number on it already.
Bruticus damaged a good amount of it, but he wasn't able to get all that deep in before the massive amount of Cobra soldiers inside were able to stop him. So Think about how tough Bruticus is and the fact that he was stopped before he could do too much damage. That gives you an idea of how big this place was.
I had no idea Sky Strikers were PAL enabled.
Also, keep in mind that Zartan, Destro, and the Baroness were all on site here.
Yeah,
This
like
was
big
a big
headquarters.
place you guys stumbled upon.
Yep. And Fox One remarks, "That's the third time I've seen the humans use those weapons."
Third time.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 1945.
Cybertronians use weapons like that?
Yes.
Cybertronians use weapons that make those look like playthings.
Yeah.
About to say,
I mean,
the Cybertronians had weapons that could destroy planets.
I mean, physics is physics. It's the technology is similar.
Unless you're on
But yes,
Cybertron, in which case physics are whatever the fuck you want them to be.
This is
But
true.
Nukes would be fairly mundane heavy artillery by Cybertronian standards.
They
Yeah.
chuck nukes like hand grenades over there.
Yeah, this is the same culture that basically made their own planet uninhabitable. So yeah, that kind of works.
Died and made them the word of Blake.
The parallels are there.
All right, so where are you guys headed?
So Fox One is immediately turning in the direction of where Optimus Prime was broadcasting orders to rendezvous.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you get closer, you start to hear those sounds of battle again, and Fox One is going to fly overhead first. You look down, and you see something somewhat unexpected. You see more of those same trouble bubbles from before, but there is a very familiar face among them. What you see is Starscream,
Oh boy.
and he is not shooting at Cobra. He's shooting at the Autobots and the
How
Joes.
did he get out?
It's a good question.
Starscream. Well, I'm assuming I'm right on Fox One's tail. Can I get behind and launch a high-X grenade at Starscream from behind?
So, let's see. You can. Whether I'd have to roll to see if he sees you doing it and if he's going to get a shot at you before you get in position.
Well, I was figuring that while he's engaging, I'd shoot him. At him.
Yeah, he's looking all over the place. It would be a detection on his part to see if he spots you.
Yeah, because Fox One was going to attempt to strafe him.
If you want to strafe him, you can.
Okay, and I am
Time
going
on
to do
target.
that.
Time on target attack.
Okay,
So-
make a roll while I pull up Starscream's stats real quick.
Okay, so
boy.
this will be a flying check because Vulcan's a fixed weapon,
Gimme.
so it's aimed by aiming the plane. Uh, 25.
Okay.
16. No, 17.
I still have to find it. I'm still looking for it. There he is. Okay. So what was your roll?
25.
25. Okay. So your strafing attack does hit him, and does appear to do damage. You blast a good chunk out of his right wing as you go by, and he looks up. He looks up in your direction and is very pissed off, and he's going to take a shot in return.
But that was therapeutic, Fox One. I rolled a 17.
All right. So your attack misses.
Well, I mean, is there any sort of splash damage on him, or is it just way off?
No.
High-X grenades have almost no splash radius. You have to
Okay.
have them all right on top of
Yeah,
the target.
your grenade lands nearer to some Cobra foot soldiers and blows them up, but they only had small arms, so they weren't really a threat
Who
to
cares
you.
about them?
Yeah, they were fighting the Joes.
They're turned into hamburger.
Yep. So he takes a shot for 17.
That is just enough to hit.
Okay. Let me take a look at his weapons here real quick. So those are electronic pulse guns.
That
So,
sounds problematic.
yeah, that's going to be at least 2 damage.
Yes, and he fires 2 per turn.
Okay,
Which
so
means
the question
I
is,
have to roll another attack for him. Which is a 28.
Wow.
Okay, so Fox 1's down.
So yes,
He
you
is
damaged
shot out of the
Starscream, and he turned around and shot both of his null rays at you, and just plinked you directly out of the sky.
Nulled you completely. Okay. Well, I'm headed for the
Starscream is threat level 17.
I'm
At
sure.
least it's not just me that's getting mangled.
Yep.
Yes, but at least hopefully it distracted him enough that Optimus could do something about it.
Funny you should mention that, because as he takes a shot at you, Optimus emerges out of the tree line with his Energon axe raised. And
Oh, shit.
he is... Okay, I need to grab a different die for this. Hold on.
If he's gonna one shell stand, one shell fall, Starscream's not gonna
Ooh.
be there very long.
Oh, that's
One way or
interesting. So he brings his Energon axe crashing down. Starscream actually manages to step inside the strike, lift up an arm, and catch the strike right before it lands.
Wow. Well, Starscream is actually a better fighter than you might think. all
Starscream
the
is
times he gets-
actually very good in melee combat.
Yeah, for all the times he gets his ass kicked, you'd think he sucks at it.
Yeah.
But actually,
While he does that, Jazz comes up, and he's going to get an attack as well. He comes in and starts blasting in the general direction of his face, and is able to score a hit in one of in his torso. And at this point, the ground-based Autobots have also joined in. So,
Also,
Yard Dog and
yes.
Barracuda, you are now in range of Starscream.
So I'm going to say that Fox 1. I'm going to burn 1 point of Energon, and we're going to say basically he manages to keep control just long enough to make a controlled landing, and then collapses.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, you're able to bring yourself down in a somewhat graceful manner. You transform right before you hit the ram into the trees. You plant your feet. You do a combat roll, almost a superhero landing, and then you lie still, unable to pick yourself back up.
Yep. Online, but unable to fight.
So Oswald
kinda-
and D, not Oswald and D. Oswald, you did an attack. Lucian and D. What do you guys want to do?
He's just kind of staring at this guy, contemplating his life choices.
Ow.
How
yeah.
do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
Yeah. You secure that shit, Hudson.
There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity.
Oh god. Can I
Let's
try and knock Starscream off his feet by driving into him?
You can do a ram attack, yeah.
Isn't Starscream airborne?
Nope.
Nope, he's on the ground.
Oh, okay.
The Starscream is siding with Cobra openly.
He sides with himself.
I mean, to be fair, what other options did he have, having given transformation cog technology to Cobra? Megatron was
giving a
probably
laser
going to
designator.
actually fucking kill him this time.
It's like giving a laser designator to Barracuda.
Hey, it was the only way to help us defeat Destro.
Keep telling yourself that.
I will.
Note that this means you can pick up the laser designator from Fox 1 if you go over to where he crashed. He can't stop you.
It's true. He is
No,
unable to do
no
anything
point.
to help himself or stop you from getting things from him. You could take all of his equipment if you wanted.
You accept his long range weapons because those
Right.
are
Well, the things that
ingrained
aren't
in his
hard
body.
points. Yeah. If it's not a hard point, you could take his expendable gear.
Or he can grab his sword.
What is this,
No.
Fallout?
No, I'll let him linger for now. I'll get it when he's not looking.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can drive into Starscream and knock him off his feet.
All right. You can give me a ram attack roll. I believe that's
That would
going to be your
driving.
driving skill. Yes.
Okay, that's gonna be a nat 20 and a 1, so 21.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to successfully throw yourself into him. You drive directly into his waist unit, folding him in half like a sheet of paper. You knock him backwards. He falls flat on his ass. Do 2 points of damage.
Shot.
Having been knocked prone, Optimus now stands over him with his Energon axe. Jazz stands over him with his pistol pointed down. Starscream looks around and says, "Cobra, retreat!"
I just imagine him going, "Did someone get the license plate on that bitch?"
Oh boy.
Cobra, retreat! We've done our job here. He turns into his jet mode and zips away.
This works out because on my turn I was probably just gonna be driving to scoop up Fox 1 anyway.
All the Cobra troops start rolling out. They're in total flight. Some of them are running. A lot of them are hopping onto armored trucks and cars. Any vehicle that will carry them. Trouble Bubble lifts off with like 4 dudes clinging to the underside of it.
Wow.
It's like Fall of Saigon. They're all out of here.
Uh-huh. Alright. I reach up next to Fox 1 and
Can I go and follow them?
Hmm.
See where they're going?
You can try.
Okay. So I'm just gonna shadow them. See if I
Okay.
can-
How much of a
They're
distance
pretty-
are you keeping?
fly
say good.
casually.
Good mile. Yeah, fly casually. A good mile.
Okay. So yeah, at a mile distance, you can see that they're headed to the east, flying in a pretty much straight line. After you follow them for about 10 miles or so, you see a bunch of the retreating trouble bubbles start to turn around. About 10 of them turn back and start to fly in your direction.
All right. I'll turn.
Okay. As you turn back, they leave you and go back to the formation.
At least I have a direction of travel.
Suppose.
So you regroup with everybody, and the Joes are all celebrating. They've taken a lot of prisoners. Though a lot of them, they've just kind of taken all their equipment away and sent them off because the convoy doesn't really have facilities to hold that many prisoners. And they're basically just like, yeah, good luck in the woods, fuckers.
Unsurrender them.
I'm guessing calling the Canadian police isn't an option.
Well,
What?
they put out a call that there's going to be a bunch of these guys going around. They make them keep their uniforms on. And basically saying now, if we find out you guys have been very, very naughty, we're going to come and kick your ass.
Again.
But since they're not going to summarily execute people and they don't have facilities to take tons of prisoners, a lot of them get released, but some of the higher ranking ones get taken back.
Yeah, leave them with some water.
Now the better question I was about to say, leave them with water and a pistol with 1 shot.
Oh, they don't
Now,
even
the
give them
better
that much.
question is-
They don't
better
give them that much.
question
They're
is-
terrorists. They're not being nice to them. They're just not executing them. They take all their equipment and say, good luck.
Better
I'll
question.
probably send him to Gitmo.
That's a bit far away from here,
Yeah,
but
they need to actually take them into proper custody to do that. But I'm
bet-
sure if the RCMP or whatever finds them, then they probably will get extradited pretty quick.
Now, better question is this. Did Zartan slip away in the confusion?
You don't know. He was left with the convoy.
So the answer is yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's fucking Zartan. Of course he did.
Maybe.
He does play these like episodes from the series. Just with blood.
Maybe so.
So you guys all head back in the direction of the convoy. Optimus is very proud of all of you. Very pleased with your results. You get back to the convoy, and what you find there is Bruticus standing by one of the vehicles. And he has his big blaster out, and it's pointed directly at Zartan, who is sitting beside one of the trailers with his hands on his head, feet tied together. And he's
That's
just
one way to
staring
do it.
up into the barrels of these guns. He's looking very worse for wear. He is sitting out in direct sunlight.
Which he doesn't
Who
like.
tied him up?
It appears... You can't really tell from looking at the knots, but Flint is standing nearby with a smug look on his face.
Someone want to tell me what happened here?
Armchair Troop, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the team.
I thought that was Flint's answer for a minute. What?
It's tough doing a stream and DMing at the same time, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
man. So, what did you ask him? I got distracted for a second.
Just anyone want to tell me what the hell happened here?
Somebody thought they would be clever and try to slip away. Unfortunately, he already got me once with that this week. And I make it a point to never make the same mistake twice in the same week.
That explains a few things.
Maybe in time for next week's episode, I'll have forgotten to learn. Sorry, what?
Meanwhile, Fox One's just sneering at Zartan. You mean to tell me you got beaten up by a cripple?
He just kind of glares at you and doesn't say anything.
It's just I'm gonna assume your dog did like some like field repairs just enough to get Fox One vertical, and then
Yeah,
with
he
the
could
assumption-
walk, but he had to
Yeah.
walk back. He wasn't flying.
Yeah, with the assumption Ratchet's gonna help put them back together when we get here.
Again.
The
Yeah.
Joes help load him up. They've actually had two Jeeps driving in close formation, almost like a stretcher. He's just kind of been laying on that.
Oh. All right.
One Shadow Bolt got back in one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll help carry his equipment and keep the laser designator.
It's like they wheel in Fox One, and he's like, oh, I fought Starscream. Did I win? You participated. Yay!
That scratches paint. That's good enough for me.
'Tis but a scratch.
Yep. Here's your arm, by the way.
Chuck the beer can out.
All right.
All right.
You guys are back at the convoy. So Ratchet comes out. He looks over at Fox One and just goes, ugh. And just without another word, starts taking out his tools and walks over. He's like, all right.
Your dog says in advance, no, he can't transform just yet.
I'm going to ask him anyway.
But
Don't you
know
tell
that-
me my business, boy. Don't you take that from me. It's the only thing I have. God damn it. He walks up, puts his hand on Fox One, and says, how you feeling? Can you transform?
Halfway.
Your dog does this very exaggerated shrug, like I cannot believe this, and then just walks away.
But he transforms his upper body into his jet mode, but his legs are still sticking out. That's about as far as I can go.
Looks like you got cogitis. Give me a second.
Cogitis?
I don't know. I'm making this shit up as I go. You want to fucking do this? You want to come up with names for all this shit? You go right ahead. These are the jokes. Oh my god.
I got the itis. I got itis right here.
You can just imagine Ratchet doing a Bones McCoy. Damn it, Prime, I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor, not a transformer. Oh wait. Shit. He's the kind of guy who pulls out his pistols like it's time to become the pharmacist.
Oh boy.
Alright, so you guys have successfully made it back. Everyone's getting patched up. Bruticus seems pretty happy that that Barracuda has come back in one piece. Lady J has also come back from the mission in one piece, which makes Flint happy and also slightly nervous. Everybody packs back up into the convoy, and it starts rolling ahead slowly. Congratulations, everybody. You have successfully defeated Cobra in the area. You have discovered some new information. And that's going to be where we call it for today.
And we may have killed Destro and the Baroness.
I highly doubt it.
No, don't you mean atomized?
Well, there was no body, so we don't know.
Yeah,
Also, can I ask, Rat?
I haven't
like,
decided
Wheeljack?
if they've survived or not. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if they made it or not.
I'm
gonna have to think about this.
Wheeljack. Can I ask Wheeljack?
I'll leave it on a cliffhanger.
It's like, would it be cool if Destro and the Baroness flew out and fought these guys? Wouldn't that be neat? Wouldn't the players love that? Oh shit! They blew them up with a giant mortar. Fuck.
220.
To be fair, I actually tried to fight them properly.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's an inconvenient world. Okay, so can I get Wheeljack to see if he can make like a suit for Flint, just to help him? I don't know, go out and do something instead of stay at base.
Like an exoskeleton of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can go. Wheeljack is currently in the supply truck.
Meanwhile, Fox 1 is going to tell Optimus, I saw something again. A giant. What are the humans called?
Well, we'll do D's thing first, and then we'll get to you.
Okay.
So D, you walk up to Wheeljack.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Wheeljack, I got a request for you.
Well, I am pretty busy, but I suppose I can hear you out. What's the idea?
The idea is, some sort of exosuit for Flint. So, he's not confined out in the convoy.
Uh-huh.
And she pulls out her energon clipboard and says, "Look, I see I've got all the signatures, etc., etc., and all the paperwork's filled out."
Here's an idea. If there's any parts for those trouble bubble mechs, you could probably make something out of those.
So he takes a look down at what you've requisitioned, and he kind of rubs at his chin a little bit and says, "Well, it's an interesting idea. There's just one problem. We have patterns for this kind of gear, but it's designed around fleshies who have all their pieces intact. If we put him in one of those exosuits, it could do more damage than good. Now, what I could do is a replacement for the broken piece, but that would require taking the old one off, and I can't really do that without his permission."
Yeah, I kind of knew that, but what I was also trying to do was see if we could incorporate a medical device in it as well.
At this point, you just get him a power chair.
So he kind of sits back and says, "Well, I don't understand everything about their anatomy, but I do know this. He has a broken femur, I think they called it.
I believe it's called femur.
It's very important that it doesn't move if it's going to heal up properly.
I know.
So anything that I put him in would have to keep his leg entirely straight and extended and immobile."
Well, I mean, it's going to be in a cast already.
How about something like a I don't know, telepathic thing? You know, like a mind impulse unit thing. You know.
I don't think that would help much. See, it's not so much a question of
But
impulse.
he won't be in this one. He'd be.
It's a question of physical space. You ever tried to design something when you can't have the thing inside bend its knee joint?
Yeah, but what if he's not actually in it?
So you want some kind of vehicle for him.
Something like that.
Well, I think the Joes have plenty of vehicles. He can drive their Jeeps around just fine.
Well. Okay. How about something that he controls with his mind?
Well, that's an entirely different thing. Now you're talking about combat drones. Well, I suppose that there are some things I could look into. It would take a lot of time, though.
The trouble bubble's actually not a bad idea if you just rip off the jets and weapons, or just keep it so because he's sitting still.
Unfortunately, the trouble bubbles have been rigged to explode when they're destroyed.
Oh.
You don't have any real pieces of them.
Okay.
Can't you make something out of spare parts?
We don't. I don't know if we even have the time or space facilities to do that.
Oh, it was just an idea. She holds up her hands and just backs off.
Sorry I couldn't do much for you. Again, a cybernetic leg replacement is an option, and we could work from there, but you need to talk to Flint about it.
Okay.
You'd still need time to heal, so it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't do any that much good in the short term.
Okay, thanks anyway, we'll get.
Alright, so moving on to Zero over with Optimus.
So he tells Optimus, I had another flash of some kind.
What
It's
did you
hard to
see?
describe. I'm floating in space, and there's a giant, the humans would call it a whale, and it just smacks me in the face with its fin.
Are you sure this is related to your past and not perhaps well, how to put this delicately? A fantasy, perhaps? Wish fulfillment?
I don't know. All I know is it happened. All I know is it happened immediately after we blew up that transforming Rattler.
I have no gift for interpreting dreams, I'm afraid. I don't know what to make of it any more than you do. But I am glad that you told me.
For all I know, it's just a glitch anyway.
Perhaps. But don't be discouraged. I'm sure that the answer will present itself eventually.
I hope so. I hope so.
He gives you a fatherly pat on the back and sends you back to the rest of your teammates.
Or to Ratchet, depending on how far along the repairs are coming.
Yeah, let's just say he visited you in the repair bay. Like pats you on the shoulder and walks out.
Nice. Alright, well, I mean, I'm hitting up the quartermaster or what have you, because we need some more repair kits. We used them all.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, you head up to Wheeljack, he hands you out the more repair kits, and he says, try not to get shot so many times. I've only got so many of these.
I'm not the one you should be telling that to. I stay out of the way of the
Well,
bullets.
well, that may be, but pass the word along anyhow.
Alright, so each of us gets a standard repair kit, I guess.
If I'm within earshot, I'm gonna say, but Wheeljack, it's my favorite thing to get blown apart time after time.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah. I think we've actually been traveling with, like, I mean, I had 2 written down on my sheet. I don't know if we get 2 regularly or what.
So
Okay.
anything that you expended, I'll let you replenish.
All right.
So, I was about to say, perchance, was Shadowbolt ever known as Waspinator in another life?
Oof.
Oh,
Fox said that?
No, just out of character.
Oh. No,
About-
why?
Just curious.
He was Starbolt.
r/whoosh.
You never watched Beast Wars, did you?
I know who you're talking about. I know Wasp.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying because he was always getting fucked up, right?
In every single episode, he would get blown up because the writers apparently the writers and the actors hated his voice.
He did kind of an annoying voice, but
But it turned out to be really funny, so they just made it a running gag.
that'll do it.
Yeah, I have.
All right. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before we shut down?
I think
Good-
we're
good
good for now.
All right.
Glued back together, so I'm good.
Good job, everybody. You're all now level 3. You've thoroughly screwed up things I was trying to set up, but that's okay. I'll roll with it, and we'll figure out something else to do.
Works for
Okay.
me.
That's what players are for.
Yep, that's exactly what players are for. Love to see it. Means you guys are participating.
Yes.
All right. So that's the end of today's session, everybody. Thanks to the people who joined in. We got subscribers. We got people donating. Fantastic. Greatly appreciated. Love to see you guys here. Hope
I'm
it was...
glad our misery is so entertaining.
Right? I hope that it was as enjoyable for you guys as it was for us. I had a great time. So we're going to be back probably next week at the same time if everybody can manage to get here. And we'll be moving the convoy further along the road. We'll see what adventures we run into next time. So thanks again for everyone who tuned in. And until next time, this is Mage Leader and by extension Mage Squadron signing off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.